A very good morning to one and all, and welcome to edCafe. Today we have a very special guest with us. I would like to introduce you to an esteemed edu model with a career spanning over 24 years in HR, PR, operation management, training skills, entrepreneur, and now in model. Oh my God, it has been a lot in these 24 years. I would like to welcome Dr. Rabiaah. Please tell us, our audiences, about yourself, about your journey.
So first of all, thank you so much for such a wonderful and extended introduction of mine. Though I'm just a person who believes in improving myself day by day and becoming a better version of mine, because I believe you don't have any comparison with the other person. We all are unique. We all have that unique skill set in us, and that is how we are human beings, and that too a beautiful human being, especially when it comes to the women power. Oh my God, I think we all are women sitting over here in this room.
Exactly.
So that is where the women power of women lies, superwomen. And we all know that it is the International Women's Month going on. So I am so glad and honored to be here in the studio of edCafe and be your special guest. So yes, it's been a great journey of mine for past 24 years. I've been learning a lot every day. I learn from every individual. I learn from every minute of my life, and that is how I am what I am today.
Oh my God, this was very beautiful. So talking about your journey, as I said earlier, that you were in HR, a PR, then going to an operation management and the training skills. So what made you choose the education sector?
Beautiful question. So started my journey with the customer service in one of the renowned BPO sector, that is Hiranandani Mumbai. And after moving from Mumbai, I joined here one of the banking sector, that is American Express, and then Barclays. Then I joined the hospitality sector. After working with hospitality sector for good 5 years, I thought, no, it's not for me. I am not enjoying what I want to do. Yes, the life was very luxurious. I was getting everything, huge salary packages and whatnot was there. Everything was there. The only thing which I was missing was spending time with my daughters and my family. So that is where I made my, made a change in my journey, in my professional life. I thought, let me just relax for some time and then let me think what I really want to do in my life. So I quit my job, that too job with the hospitality sector. Everybody knows how the life is when you are working with the hospitality side.
My dad is in the hospitality sector.
That's wonderful.
So I exactly know. He's a chef. And oh my God, the life of the hotel, like the hotel management people.
Yes, it's you are, I mean, on top of the world.
Exactly. But then of course you have to work so much. You have to rank yourself so hard that it is so difficult for you to just take some of your time for your,
there is no day, there is no night.
Exactly.
It's all same for you, basically. So yes, and chef, wonderful. That's I mean, congratulations to you, and
thank you so much.
You are actually you should be proud of your father, because we are watching these days Master Chef and see the kind of home chefs they are coming in front and making their career, and yes, making their families proud of them. So congratulations once again.
Okay, so now if I talk about like the digital transformation that has happened in the education sector, when we talk about, so in your opinion, how have technological advancement impacted the education system in India, if you talk about, like, what do you have to say about it?
Yes, So when I, after working with all those sectors, I then started working as a freelancer and as a freelance recruiter especially, and recruiter for the education sector. So there I moved, made my switch to the education sector. I worked as a freelance recruiter for good 1 year, and then got an opportunity to work with the Pathways Noida, the renowned group in education sector as a PR. So I was very creative since my childhood. I'm very creative. I do want to do something very different what others are doing. So that is how the PR journey started with the education sector. Otherwise, I was heading the HR and the PR for the hospitality sector, IT sector. I was writing content side also. So when I joined the Pathways, especially the education sector, there I realized how important technology is.
Exactly.
Right? Because without social media, you can't showcase what you are doing. It is only inside the walls, or the people who are working inside the school or the organization, they come to know what we are doing. But what about the outside world? How will they come to know why we are successful and why we are brand, the brand.
The brand.
Pathways is the brand, yes. So that is how, the technology is important in each of our lives. And then, I moved to the Rabiaah group, another renowned education group, as a HR and PR head. Then I worked there for another 1 year, and I quit my job, full-time job specifically, and then I started my own entrepreneurship journey. Now, when I started my entrepreneurship journey, I realized how important technology is, because without technology, I can't handle the recruitment. We can't post jobs. Where will we post? How will we, find out the right kind of resources? You just can't go out in the market, go out on the road and start finding out the resources. Fine, you can't just locate them here and there. It has to be somewhere on the media, on the digital portals where we have to post the jobs. So technology, without technology, we just can't advance. We just can't move on, basically. And then thank you to the lockdown. How can we forget about the lockdown? Wow, what a journey it was. 2.5 years, all trapped in our houses. Yes, we lost a lot of family members. That was saddest part in our lives. But if you compare the positivity and the negativity of the lockdown, I think there has to be more positive sides of the lockdown. It was a blessing in disguise. Because of this technology, we are all connected here
to each other,
right? We got connected to, we collaborated with global people, like-minded people. We learned a lot from the students specifically.
Exactly.
As senior people, yes, our experiences helps us to become a better individual, better human beings, and better experienced employees. But when it comes to skill set, I think the students are more skilled digitally rather than what we are. And we have to accept this fact that we also learn from this young generation. It is not always that the young generation learns from our experience. It's a kind of hand in hand, goes hand in hand, basically. So we are more advanced digitally now. We are more equipped technologically, if you talk about.
Especially when we talk about technology, like students, like the younger age kids right now, they have more knowledge than us.
Yes.
They have more knowledge. They'll be like, "Arey, ऐसा भी होता है phone में." And I'm like, "वो ये भी होता है?" Like they are so updated to the technology.
Updated.
Now in my I can now say this, in my age, अब हम तो इतने updated नहीं रहते, but the students.
There's a reason behind it. Why it is so? Because हम लोग क्या होता है कि हम लोग सीनियर्स हैं, एक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं, हम लोग को बहुत ज़्यादा नॉलेज है आगे है, बट हम लोग एक्सपेरिमेंट करने से डरते हैं. स्टूडेंट्स आर नॉट स्केयर्ड टू डू एनी एक्सपेरिमेंट. क्या हो जाएगा, फ़ोन खराब हो जाएगा, या ऐप इधर की उधर हो जाएगी, ऐप चलनी बंद हो जाएगी, कुछ नहीं होएगा. दे आर नॉट स्केयर्ड एक्चुअली. वी आर स्केयर्ड ऑफ साइबर सिक्योरिटी थिंग्स. वो साइबर बुली हो जाएगा, क्लोनिंग हो जाएगा. सो वी आर मोर स्टिल इन दैट फियर. बट स्टूडेंट्स, they know अगर कुछ ऐसा होगा भी, how to go about it, how to solve those issues. They know better than us, basically.
Rightly said, like rightly said. So my next question is like the NEP, of course, the hot topic of the CBSE. So what are your thoughts on the new education policy, and do you believe that it is a step in the right direction of our education system?
Yes, I will again say that yes, lockdown has given us this beautiful way to the NEP 2020 basically. Why? Because I think the CBSE, I won't say that people behind it. Yes, people behind the behind the curtains,
yeah,
behind the scenes, they have understood basically that skills are equally important if the knowledge from the books.
Exactly.
So the bookish knowledge and the skills
have to go hand
in hand basically.
Yeah.
So NEP has been structured in such a way that tomorrow if a child is not doing good in academics, they are skilled in such a way that they can move on towards a better career opportunity.
Exactly.
They are more equipped with the digital technology. They are more equipped with all those skill sets, moral values specifically, plus the values, the skills, not only the skills which makes them a computer savvy, or they become a doctor or become a lawyer, but the skills which make them a better person, right? For example, communication skills, the soft skill side, how to communicate, how to listen.
Yeah,
that is most important part, because that was something missing in the curriculums earlier.
Yeah.
So now sports, the value of the sports has come into important, because now a student, people can find out their careers in the sport field as well.
Even vocal studies,
like the vocal studies, the vocal, for example, I would rather say the singing competitions, that the reality shows are coming up. The students, the young generation are getting more, advanced through those reality shows as well, because they have a passion. If their child has a passion towards singing or dancing, earlier the parents and the peer pressure was there. No, you have to get 95% marks no matter what. इससे कम तो हो ही नहीं सकता मेरे बच्चे का. कैसे? अरे नेबर्स के बच्चे का 90% है तो मेरे बच्चे का क्यों 95% नहीं है? It has to more. But now parents have realized somewhere that
marks are not exactly important.
The degrees are important to some extent, but the skills are equal.
Exactly. Like rightly said, that knowledge and your extracurriculum skills should always go hand in hand. Like you cannot force a student to just go and be a bookworm or just study or be a topper. You cannot say that. Maybe the student has some other interest area. Maybe he is into theaters, maybe he is into dancing, maybe he is into sports. So there are many things, and it is a very nice thing that the CBSE has done when we talk about the NEP. Now my next question is, as we are talking about the students itself, it is about the financial literacy. Now talking about the financial literacy, as we know that we are making our students learn and build their skills in lot many ways. If you take in the technological way, even parents are so active, like acha aapko ye karna hai, aap please karo, aapko ye karna hai, please karo. So we are doing so a lot of things for the students, but still we are somewhere lacking behind for the financial literacy when we talk about. Aaj bhi I have seen like students like jo छोटे एज के हैं, उनको एक मनी मैनेजमेंट, हाउ टू सेव, हाउ टू इन्वेस्ट, हाउ टू इवन वेस्ट. तो ये जो मनी मैनेजमेंट है, आज भी देयर इज a bit of lag between students. And for example, even like if I talk about when I was a kid and my parents used to give me $100 for a week and they were like, you have to use it for a week. आप एक दिन में खत्म करो, आप 5 दिन में खत्म करो, ये आप पे डिपेंड करता है. And you have to like, of course, अब 100 rupees मिले हैं, you have to manage it mathematically also. कि अगर मैंने आज इतना खर्चा किया तो कल मेरे पास इतने बचेंगे. So it was somewhere or the other, I'm like, उस time पे it was like why $100, why didn't they give me more? But now I understand कि somewhere or the other side they were trying to make me understand कि बेटा saving important है, investment important है, आप कहाँ पैसे बर्बाद कर रहे हो, कहाँ उसको यूज़ कर रहे हो, ये सारी चीज़ें इम्पॉर्टेंट है. सो व्हाट आर योर थॉट्स ऑन इट? लाइक डू यू थिंक कि जो क्लासरूम्स हैं, schools organization when we talk about, or even if we talk about the parents, they should actually give a lesson, or maybe there should be some kind of moral lessons in the classroom also about the financial literacy, so that we can make the students financial independent जब तक वो बड़ा हो जाए. So what are your thoughts?
Yes, I think this is very important to make the child understand, to add this in a extra curriculum activities only, like we have CBSE has come up with lot many skill based curriculums, which is a kind of add on to the academics itself. So it won't be, it is no more a, extra curriculum, but it is a kind of curriculum.
Yeah.
So that is how the financial literacy also is a very important part, because you become calculative, you know how to manage your financials since the childhood only, and that is how the students become independent when they come to certain age of becoming independent, financially independent. Or for example, these days we have come up with the startup culture also, entrepreneurship at the very young age. If the child is not aware how to manage the financials, they will not be able to start their own startup in a proper way. And if they have started their startup, it won't be successful, because they know they must. The most important part is to how to manage the financials first of all.
Yeah.
Because how much cost is going to the manpower, how much cost is going to the infrastructure part, how much cost is going to the coaching part, how much cost is going to the marketing part. So these are all very important calculations. Once the child is aware about the financial literacy, it has to be proper course. It should be added. Whether it should have been added in the UGC or NEP, during the CBSE starting from grade 8th, I guess, and it should go till the college students as well, because not every student start their own career culture at the age of 24 or 25. These days students are starting at the age of 20, also 19 also.
Yeah.
The more skilled they are, they want to start their own startups, and they want to become financially independent rather than asking money from their own parents, basically.
Yeah. So, but still, the management of the money is important.
Very important.
Even if you're earning, even if you start earning at your age, like 21, 22, 23, still you know how to manage. Because I am a 23-year-old kid, like I would say kid as of now, but I am earning. But somewhere or the other, of course, money management. I get scolding every time.
Important. Yes, I get scolding till now. Till this age, I get scolded. How you manage your financials actually? But yes, to some extent now I have understood, because being a mother myself, if I am not learning this important part of my lifestyle, I think I would not be able to help my daughters understand how important this part is. And becoming financial independent and calculative of your costings, once you understand this concept, I think the life becomes very easy at that.
Exactly.
You know how to make investment, how much investment you have to make, and how much savings you have to, where do you all have to save, how to save, where do you all, and these things, again, the technology helps a lot.
Exactly.
Because every house has a different culture. Not every parent is digitally equipped, not every child is digitally equipped, but your culture of raising up a child makes them understand. So somewhere, if it's not included in the academic side, I think the parents have to take the responsibility of making them understand from the early childhood itself. That is what I said, we have to inculcate certain values in our child from the early childhood itself, and this is the most important part of their lifestyle.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they would not understand what my parents are earning, what is my status, because when you send your child to a school, एक वो status को जो होता है ना, आजकल status को कम हो गया है. They feel कि अगर वो बच्चा Mercedes में आ रहा है या वो बच्चा इतना खर्चा कर रहा है, तो I can also
do that. Yeah.
So then why my parents are not allowing, but they have to understand, parents have to make them understand, bhaiya beta, I am earning this much, my earnings are this much, तो आपको इतना ही मैं खर्चा दूंगा, इतना ही pocket money दूंगा. Don't look up, look down.
Exactly.
So this is something we have to, these are the moral values basically which have to be inculcated.
Yeah, I mean, it is important for the students to understand the value of money, like what our parents earn, कैसे earn
करते हैं, how much
effort, hard work they do to earn that much, and we are like, अरे आप मुझे ये नहीं दिला सकते. So of course we need to make them understand कि भाई value of money, how it comes, very important.
Very important.
Truly said, ma'am. So now we have talked about school, we have talked about students, we have talked about faculties, we have talked about CBSE. Now coming to the parent part. So we know that we have done digitalization in every sector, in every industry. Parents are also very active on like digitalization after the COVID segment, if we talk about majorly the COVID segment. But still today, if we talk about these school scenarios, still parents somewhere or the other fear to pay online fee.
Yes,
they are still of a fear to have the online transaction. So what do you have to say about this? Like, do you think like the online transaction is fully safe, secured, and do you think that parents should start, you know, probably I can say as in a word, I'm not getting a perfect word for it, but they should start trusting the online platform for the fee payment when we talk about, and all the way from traditional methodology what we have been doing इतने सालों से, going to our fee counter, अरे class 10th का fee है, class 6th का fee है, like giving in that way to just you know, now paying your fee from anywhere at any time. Like you get a reminder, for example, you forgot to just pay a fee, like you got a reminder, oh yes, I had to pay a fee, I just clicked on the link and I can pay the fee, and it is secure, right?
It is secure.
But what do you have to say, how can we build that trust in the parents?
See, building trust is not that easy for sure, but having said that, online का ज़माना है, technology का ज़माना है, so we have to equip ourselves, we have to learn the technology in such a way that we need to understand the pros and cons as well. Everything has pros and cons, right? Yes, there are certain apps which are actually very safe and secure. If you talk about, I can name one of them because I am using it as perfectly safe and secure. That is the Bheem UPI, and it's a government based app. I don't think so that I myself have been using it for now 4 years and I have ever faced any problems. Yes, there were going to be fraudulent transactions, but till the time you don't approve it, because you get the notification, immediate notification when somebody tries to make a fraudulent transaction, you just don't approve it and you just escalate to your bank. So this is what, as we who are actually indulging in the online payment options, we also have to somewhere, you know, take some charge and responsibility so that nobody can take misuse of our, you know, money or, you know, the bank accounts basically. Till the time, see, people have lot of time to go to the fees counter and make fees. They can travel miles and they can make payment offline. For that they have the time, but people don't have the time to call up the bank immediately if they have a suspicious notification or transaction. So that is where, you know, the mindsets have to be changed actually. Everything is on a click of a finger. It is just how you go up and take up, get adapted to it. You have to get adapted to it. You have to learn it actually. People are not ready to move on to the new ways basically. They are still on those traditional ways. For example, parents, as I said, they are not ready to understand. Still the parents who have a mindset कि नहीं, मेरा बच्चा तो डॉक्टर ही बनेगा, मेरा बच्चा तो लॉयर ही बनेगा, मेरा बच्चा तो इंजीनियर ही बनेगा, तभी सक्सेसफुल होगा, otherwise my child will not be successful in this life. So that is where, you know, our mindsets have to be changed. And somebody has to take a charge of going ahead and making them understand. Yes, spread awareness through webinars, through online sessions, offline sessions. Somebody has to take charge. We have to start from the school, we have to start from our own houses, we have to start from our own culture at home. We have to advance. Otherwise, वो कहते हैं ना, India is a development country. It will keep on be a development country. It will never be a developed country for sure. Sustainability कैसे आएगी if you're not ready to change?
Change, exactly.
And change is the requirement. Till the time you're not changing, your environment will not change, your surroundings will not change, you will not change, your life will not change. For a better and improved life, you have to change, and that change doesn't come from outside anywhere. You yourself have to change first. This is what I always tell people कि आप अब खुद को change कर लो, then only your surroundings will change. If you are not ready to change, बस भूल जाओ कि आप कोई change अपनी society में ला भी पाओगे.
Exactly.
Somebody has to take a step ahead, right? You, me, go to speak to schools and spread awareness about it. Take charge of it.
Exactly.
थोड़ा सा difficult है यार, लाइफ में कुछ भी इजी तो नहीं है ना. लाइफ इटसेल्फ भी से कि कितनी ओ गॉड, बस यहाँ पे बच्चा पैदा नहीं हुआ, अब बस वो एक कुछ साल होते हैं एंड लाइफ इज वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. उसके बाद तो लाइफ इज अ struggle, right?
With lots and lots of responsibilities, of course.
और अगर हम उस struggle को अच्छे से हंसते हुए कर लें, accept कर लें what life is, I think it would be more easy for us to understand and move on to this journey basically.
And that would be the success to us only. अगर हम अपने struggle को
struggles को struggle मत समझो ना, struggles को एक learning समझो ना, that it is a learning for you. Every struggle, every challenge is an opportunity for you.
Exactly, ma'am.
How you overcome it and how you get adapted to it. What you learn from every opportunity, from every failure, from every struggle.
Struggles.
अब लॉकडाउन भी तो एक स्ट्रगल ही था ना, पूरा दुनिया we were trapped actually. So it was a struggle, it was a challenge for all of us. But we actually overcame that challenge and we learned so much.
And we're still learning. We're still developing. We're still developing in the segment if you talk about the technology. Metaverse. See,
yes.
The boom. It's a boom right now.
Now chat GPT is come.
Exactly. AI.
AI is there. AI is there. So many things have come into picture.
Yeah.
Yes, AI cannot. I would say some people are saying that AI will replace robotics will AI will replace the humans.
No,
I don't think so. AI will never can never. I'm not saying will never, but can never replace humans. Because humans are humans.
AI does not have emotions, of course.
AI doesn't have
biggest
emotions.
thing, the biggest major factor. कि emotions नहीं होते.
We can do a lot of things with
language.
AI, but it can't replace humans.
Exactly.
Humans will be there, AI will be there. We'll have to go hand in hand. Yeah. It has to be an amalgamation of all the education, technology, AI. Yes. So everything has to be has to be going hand it has to be a collaboration basically.
Exactly.
Collaboration
the
is
mix
the key
of
to
each
growth.
And everything. Yeah.
We have to collaborate with everything.
Yeah.
And that is how we all will grow.
Okay, so it was such a beautiful conversation. I still want to talk more, but we are going out of time, of course.
Sure, I can understand.
It was a very beautiful conversation, ma'am. We had a lot of candid moments. We had a lot of candid conversation, a very informative conversation if you talk about.
Yes.
So this is one of our tradition to sign a mug as e-memory. So I would like to you to just sign this mug.
Awesome, that's so beautiful.
So we have just took this concept from one of a TV show, but I won't say the name.
Wow, this is beautiful. I love this concept actually. A beautiful memory actually to be there with all of us.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us here.
Thank you for such a wonderful interaction. I think one of my most favorite interaction that has ever gone actually.
Thank you so very much, ma'am. Thank you so very much.
With such a beautiful young lady of my daughter's age.
Thank you, ma'am.
I totally loved it.
It was a very beautiful conversation. I hope we meet again, of course.
I hope,
of course, we'll meet again. Sure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for staying in this video. Thank you for learning from this video.
Thank you so much.